This window got shot up right here with a shotgun.
This is how easy you get alcohol in this watch. Hey, can I get two water bottles? Yeah.
In the nighttime, it's fucking scary.
So when the sun goes down, we should get out of here?
Yeah. Everyone comes out.
It isn't unusual at all to hear gunshots in some areas of the Pine Ridge Reservation.
We're seeing all-time.
Bro, didn't Pootie go here? Did Pootie go here? If y'all niggas know who Pootie is, comment down below. Did Pootie go to Pine Ridge? I don't know. It was somebody.
Trafficking like we've never seen before.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not trying to make this video too fucking long.
There's no options for employment. With that,
I'm gonna explain.
One water bottle will equal up to this much.
so we're okay.
What did you say, 20 for each one?
No, thank you. Do you hear me? On this channel, we travel far and wide to the roughest places in the United States. Of all the places we've gone, Pine Ridge Reservation may very well be the roughest place we've ever been. The stats here paint a remarkably bleak picture. Here, there's a 90% unemployment rate, there's an 80% rate of alcoholism, a 70% high school dropout rate, and nearly half the population has diabetes. There are no...
Damn. I'd hate to live here, cuz you can... Niggas gonna have to start saying made it, instead of made it out the hood, made it out Pine Ridge.
Banks, no motels,
Damn.
no movie theaters, and there's only one moderately sized grocery store to support a population of nearly 20,000 people that stretch across 3,500 square miles. On this reservation, a third of the homes have no electricity or a basic water and sewage system. The utter lack of industry and commercial...
That's tough. They better go find them a job.
Almost no options for employment. With an average annual per capita income of $3,000, this is the poorest place in America. And despite this, you find people here that are striving to make a difference. There's a skate park that promotes sober living and gives the kids a safe place to go. There's a principal that wants to show
That is not a skate park, cuz it's only one ramp.
Serve the culture and teach the kid their native tongue and traditions. It's a place with great challenges, but it also has a lot of resilience.
Of course.
Today, we cover the yin and yang.
Cuz, how is this the poorest place, cuz?
That wants to show our students love.
Hold on.
There's people battling to preserve the culture and teach the kid their native tongue and traditions. It's a place with great challenges.
Bitch, this is the poorest place in America, supposedly. Poorest place in America, supposedly. How the fuck are you that huge? Stop putting your goddamn money into food and use that money to buy your goddamn gym membership.
Today, we cover the yin and yang of Pine Ridge. We examine history to see how these conditions came to be, and we talk to community leaders to see what the way forward.
Bitch, I thought this was the poorest place in America. How the fuck this bitch way more than me?
Oh, it is. Let's get started.
Make it make sense, bro. Cuz, nigga doing a whole cinematic thing.
They still have sun dances.
Bro, I don't give a flying rat's ass, cuz.
That's not the best path. What was it like growing up here, fellas?
It wasn't bad. It was kind of rough as well because the environment kind of bad because the alcohol and the drugs and there's nothing to do around here.
You just get it so easy.
I see you have someone on your shirt. Tell me about that.
Because he died from cancer.
How old was he?
22.
Do you know how he got it?
You don't really go to the hospital here if you don't want it.
Is there a solid hospital in town?
No. They give you some painkillers until you just need to go on.
Did you guys ever go hiking in the Badlands?
Nah, I go hunting out there. We go out there here and there. Shoot some guns off.
Are you kind of the cowboy of the crew?
Yeah. You ever heard of Indian Relay?
No, what's that? Oh, yeah, I see you're a champion too. I see on your belt buckle you're a champion.
Yeah, it's like relay, but on the back of the hood.
Horse racing? You're the most at it.
Yeah.
Tough son of a gun.
What was the pay for the championship last week? For government.
I see Indian relay. Is Indian
Bro, I hate reacting to long ass videos, bro.
Offensive or don't say?
I don't think it's offensive.
Okay. So if someone says an Indian reservation, that's not like beat the shit out of that guy? I think one thing you're going to notice here
Not
is the
reading
open
that
radio
goddamn
everywhere
book.
you go. So I wonder if there's some like Chicano, Cholo vibes going on. Like even the guy that pulled up with the bandana and the low.
Cuz, how is you on YouTube if you in the poorest place in America?
The joint, he's back in time for a visit.
You should not have a phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever been attacked by a dog?
I have.
More than once?
More than once. Holy shit. I've been in and out of prison all my life. I got into the federal system when I was 14.
That's young.
Went on to a boys ranch till I was 18, on to federal juvenile prison till I was 21.
What was the boys' ranch like?
It got me a high school diploma.
I'm not reading all that because I don't give a fuck enough.
But coming back to surroundings like this at a young age and being vulnerable, it's easy to get sucked right back in. Coming back to that, gang banging.
Stupid ass.
Yeah, I'm TBZ.
That was the most powerful game.
Hey, I ain't in no gang. I ain't mean to throw up this like rock shit. I'm put my hands down. I don't know who's watching this video.
Everywhere I go right now, I find that the 14-year-old kids, 15-year-old kids are doing the most crazy shit.
Crazy, the kids packing guns, the regular murders. Back then there was some, but it wasn't like it is today. But again, it comes back to how they're raised, no role models, and look where we live, where we have to grow up.
We are at one of the homeless shelters in Pine Ridge, South Dakota right now.
Is homelessness something that's been growing over time here? Or is it staying steady?
It's been here ever since I was growing up.
I need to retwist chat.
And now what we see is an influx of more younger people turning to these ways.
I live here. I'm part of the homeless community. Out here in
Nigga
reservation,
just got off work.
a lot of jobs, so
What are the job opportunities for someone out here?
the small local restaurants.
Has it been like this as long as you can remember, or is this recently that something has changed?
That's something that's been in the making. The tribe is holding us back.
How so?
We have industries that would like to come in and build in our area, but the tribe wants to always have their hands in their pockets.
So they want to tax them too heavy.
They want to say, hey, I want the tribe's name to be on it. Everything has to be the tribe, the tribe, the tribe. These industries don't want that.
What do you think the unemployment rate is in the area?
It's in the red zone. This is some of the beadwork that I'm doing
beautiful.
today. It's something that I do in order to support myself.
We've also heard that there's a high concentration of meth in the area. If you were to point at 10 people, how many of them you think are involved with meth?
Majority of the people, or they have no support or transgender community.
What do you do in the winter?
Of course.
Would bundle up. We would walk around this area and follow footprints. We would look for older people that drink and that use. Their bodies are so intoxicated that they don't realize that they're cold. They'll fall asleep.
And they can freeze
Fall
to
asleep.
death.
This past winter, we lost quite a few people to freezing to death outside.
Sorry to hear that.
Alcoholism is one of the strongest forces working against the people of Pine Ridge. The bottle has wreaked so much havoc here that it's been referred to as a liquid genocide. Pine Ridge is actually a dry county, meaning that alcohol here is illegal. However, it's easy to find. You can find a bootlegger anywhere you look. Alcohol-fueled crimes fill the reservation jails, with DUIs, domestic violence, fights, murder, and bootlegging being commonplace. The relentless tide of alcohol sweeps away the years, leaving Pine Ridge residents with some of the strongest friends in the Western Hemisphere, second to only Haiti. So proportionally, Pine Ridge's alcohol issue makes San Francisco's fentanyl problem look like child's play. And the kids wanted to show us how easy it was
Nigga, was
to
that
get
bitch
bootleg
naked?
alcohol in the area. So they grabbed their GoPro, they went on a mission, and
That
this is
nigga
what
was
happened
naked.
Alright, we gonna show you how easy it is.
These niggas going on a mission.
This is how easy you get alcohol in this. Watch, hold on. What do you got?
We got 20.
They look like my dog.
Some alcohol, what? Boy, let's roll out.
I got the same dog as cuz.
Hey, can I get two water bottles? Yeah. How you doing? How's your dad doing? He's alright.
Alrighty then. You guys have a good one.
Look at that. That's straight alcohol, nigga. Big down. That's how easy it is.
Boy, what did he say?
He just walked up. Look at that. That's straight alcohol, nigga.
Why was he so scared to say it?
Look at that. That's straight alcohol, nigga.
Cuz he trying to act hard.
Big down. That's how easy it is in this reservation. This is alcohol. He just walked up in that that we seen. So much full leg alcohol.
In there though.
Oh, blinked and shit.
One of them was sitting on the couch all blank.
Let's go.
What are people mixing alcohol with? What have you guys seen so far?
Antifreeze, hand sanitizer.
Put in a car windshield wiper?
Yeah.
Bro.
Mix that with alcohol.
Yep.
Does that actually get you drunk, or is it just to stretch it?
It just f***s up your stomach, bro.
I would imagine someone would feel miserable after drinking that.
I know one story of this girl who bought one and she died off it.
Why antifreeze of all things you can mix it with?
Just for that extra buck.
They're just trying to stretch it.
Yeah.
Do you get drunk off a hand sanitizer?
Yeah.
Over the years, what have you seen as far as what people mix into the alcohol?
Back then it was half pints of Lord Calvert. This new vodka craze is killing us.
This is
It's
pathetic.
the most great alcohol you could get. Mix that with the stuff that they're putting in to sell it.
Is that creating a wicked hangover for people?
Hangover, I talked to a lady at IHS, people coming in with poisoning from all the stuff they're putting into these drinks just to stretch it.
There used to be one of the biggest liquor
This
stores
is
in the country
pathetic,
around here in
chat.
Nebraska, right?
Claves, Nebraska, 2 miles from here. Every building was a bar. They made millions on this reservation.
Because this is a dry area, right?
Right.
The loophole was a place 2 miles away that sold all the liquor.
And it was good and it was bad. Because now you got people traveling on these highways to go get their liquor, which makes the highways more dangerous.
Because people are driving drunk. They're not waiting home to drink it. They're drinking on the way home.
At some point there was a lawsuit from our tribe, Noble Sioux tribe, who shut it down. Now it's like a ghost town up there.
Have you ever been in a shootout?
Yes. In my days it was territorial. Spent a lot of time in Northside Rapid City. I'm lucky to be sitting here today talking with you guys and in one piece.
Has anyone ever been shot at here?
Been grazed on the leg right here.
What was that like?
It was just a little drive-by, but I mean, that's just normal around here. It's just another day.
They're already back on their mission.
And he said that's just
This kid
another
wanted to show us how easy it is
another
to
day.
access alcohol here.
That's
Can I
tough.
taste that shit? Here. So,
Make sure it's real.
What the fuck? Could. This probably ain't, bro. This probably just the poorest. What he say? The poorest place in America, because these people don't know what to do with their money. They got full tattoos and big as hell. Look at this, cuz.
the alcohol here. Can I sniff that shit?
Look at this, cuz.
So,
Make sure it's real. Alcohol.
Yeah, it's real.
smells like shitty vodka. How much did this cost? $10. $10. 20 for both. Someone that's really into alcohol.
Fucking pathetic.
Does everyone here have someone in their family that's been hit by alcohol? Like addicted to alcohol? Everyone. Straight out the jug. This is for educational purposes only.
I ain't seen not one black person here. That boy Tommy finna die.
So that's bootleg alcohol. How enforced is bootleg alcohol around here? Will a cop bust it? Yeah. Is it risky to sell bootleg alcohol? Yeah. That shit is making my whole mouth buzz. If I'm trying to recover from being addicted to alcohol, is there any resources around here?
There's a meeting spot up there.
How many people around here you think are sober from everything? Just completely living sober?
25, 50% maybe.
The rest
Ew.
is like literally only
Niggas probably
20,
cracking
maybe
that
not
too.
even 15% of the
I
rest
can't
has
even.
jobs around here.
Ugh.
The rest of the 80% of people don't have jobs around here. Selling drugs and alcohol be the main source of money flow around here.
That's tough. Hold on, I need to get my phone.
Mac and alcohol so heavy here, it's cracking up. If there was better things to be doing, people
If there
wouldn't
was
be
more
doing it.
jobs, and then if we had addiction centers and everything, it would be more helpful, but we don't have those.
Do you have any stories of growing up on the res that can give people a picture of what life is like here?
The way I grew up was more like traditional and stuff like that, where you go to like the powwows and sun dances and stuff like that. Like there's a good amount of people that are sober, are getting sober, you know. So
I notice a lot of people just walking down the street and kind of just trekking. Is that common around here?
Yeah, that's very common. That's very common.
Someone walking right there. Where do you think he's trying to walk to?
Probably trying to go to the store, buy a blunt wrap.
How strong is the police force around here?
It's strong, but they take a lot of these funds.
If I break my leg or my grandma gets shot, how long are they going to take to show up?
About 30 minutes.
Ain't there only like 5 cops around here?
Is TVZ big in the younger generation?
It is big down here. It was.
What's the average age around here? Like 18 to 20?
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do with yourselves?
I just want to make money.
It is a hard place to make a bag.
Depends on what you're doing.
How much you got to have in a bank account to be like, I'm rich?
1,000 at least.
Look at this guy with the, what, do you go to Johnny Dane's or something? If you don't mind me asking you, how much did that run you?
Stole it.
You stole it?
I ain't gonna lie.
The Wi-Fi building?
Yeah, he's going there, get on his computers.
The Midwest is a little bit like it too, but it's almost like this place is like 20 years back in time.
40 years back in time. This is whack.
I've been to some reservations where people get monthly draw from the tribal government. Does that happen around here?
Some people do. Not all of us.
I ain't gonna lie, cuz I really don't give a fuck about Pine Ridge. Somebody had to say it.
Do anything, man. Take y'all over the world if you let it.
I'm glad I ain't there.
Drinking, and especially with your peers probably still doing it. How hard was it to pull away and do that?
Well, it wasn't really hard. I just quit because just one day it was just too much for me, man, and just hanging over.
Violences in the area. October of
You guys stuff?
Oh, it's good. You do it.
Yeah, I grabbed it earlier. Going to go get his plate.
I can't imagine growing up here. A lot of stuff we couldn't show you on camera, like the amount of guns amongst youth. Like I'm talking young kids, like middle school, young high school kids. The amount of drugs and alcohol in the area, like how easy it is to find alcohol. To me, I just don't see many leaders for the youth. Like they say they don't have stuff to do, but like there's basketball courts, there's skate parks, there's indoor and outdoor skate parks. Yeah, like you do at some point have to be responsible for the decisions you make, but as a kid you do need guidance, and I see a lot of that missing. And I really see that in a lot of the tough places we go. Looking at places like this, it is a little bit demoralizing and depressing. I see a lot of potential here, but I also see a lot of hurdles to overcome. So we're getting out of here before sundown, and we met a 15 and a 13-year-old kid that were on their way to go get their guns. So I'm guessing the nighttime around here is something that just isn't worth seeing.
Shortly after we left, one of these kids got stabbed 9 times by a rival gang member. He survived, but had to be hospitalized for a few days. It's a stark reminder of how rampant violence is in the area.
Bro, how he just gonna throw that in there?
And outdoor skate parks. It's a little bit demoralizing and depressing. I see a lot of potential here, but I also see a lot of hurdles to overcome. So we're getting out of here before sundown, and we met a 15 and a 13-year-old kid.
That's ridiculous.
So I'm guessing the nighttime around here is something that just isn't worth seeing.
Shortly after we left, one of these kids got stabbed 9 times by a rival gang member. He survived, but had to be hospitalized for a few days. It's a stark reminder of how rampant the violence is in the area. October of 2016, Vinnie Brewer III, a member of the Pine Ridge community, was shot 15 times and killed in front of the Siouxland Big Crow Center. His death is an example of many of the acts of violence that people on the reservation have spoken about. We wanted to get a picture of who Vinnie was as a man, so we met up with his mother at the site of her son's memorial.
So this is where he was killed. Right here, there was a basketball tournament going on here. And a gang from Denver came and killed him. They shot him like 17 times and execution style, once in the back of the head. They kidnapped my daughter in the beginning and they killed my cousin. They were trying to run drugs through here and use my kids. Whenever they killed my son, like this whole town shut down. They had a curfew, I think. They didn't know what was going on, and they did think it was the cartel, but it wasn't.
So was there any justice brought to the situation?
Oh, yeah. What they did was they came here looking for my son after they took off with my daughter, because he used to run with them, right? He ran with this gang, and then
He
Annie,
ran with the Colorado gang.
Mhm.
Okay.
And they were trying to recruit him, and he was going up there. I'm so glad he didn't, but look at what they did to him. They killed my cousin Annie, and my daughter witnessed it, so they took off with her. That's what started the war between him and them. And then he wanted out, and they won't let him out. They won't let him out.
What happened to your daughter?
So I reported her kidnapped. That was on a Wednesday. They let her call me on Saturday, I believe it was. Right after that is when they found her in Colorado, Lakewood, Walmart. No shoes. She had bruises. And the guy who took off with her said that he loved her and that he was in love with her, but on the way up there, they had a bag over her head. Yeah, she's traumatized.
Did she survive, and she's around
She's
today?
around. She's in prison right now. Our life's been pretty much screwed up
Boy.
since 2016.
Why are so many murders happening?
I believe a lot of our people now, like a lot of these kids, are FAS.
The grip of alcohol here is so strong that 1 in 4 children is born with fetal alcohol syndrome. When a mom drinks during pregnancy, it can be disastrous for her children and leaves the child to contend with learning disabilities, memory issues, and poor impulse control. To no fault of the child, a drinking mom often sets up their kid to struggle in school, have difficulty getting along with others, and the child themselves is more likely to turn to alcohol as they grow up. And this further extends the cycle of poverty, despair, and violence.
Damn.
I didn't realize that the murder here is absolutely rampant. How many people have we seen wearing a t-shirt of their killed family member?
I think
That's like the most common T-shirt we've seen. It's either like a Nike T-shirt or it's someone's family member on a shirt. We're going to Lakota Tech High School next. We were invited by a teacher there to come by, and we're going to talk to a principal as well. But today's a very special day in town. It is the day of prom. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Tommy.
Hi, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you. It's prom night tonight.
Yes.
You excited?
Yeah, very excited. I gotta go get dressed.
Okay. So we're in a learning institution. First, maybe we teach the people what are some Lakota words that they can learn for back home.
The first thing in the morning is Hihani Wash Day. It's just a good morning.
Hihani Wash Day.
Hihani Wash Day.
Okay.
I think if somebody asks you
Hihani
eat a
waste.
lot, so like, if you like the food, you're gonna say it's Wash Day.
Wash Day.
It's waste.
It's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we say goodbye to each other, we never say goodbye. In the spirit world, we believe that we see each other again.
Okay.
So it's Doksha Ake.
Doksha, okay.
Ake.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And that
Doksha
means
Ake.
I'll see you again?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a translation for this, but big dogs gotta eat.
There might be. This is Otto Cooney.
Otto Cooney.
These are Lakota language teachers.
Is there a translation for the term big dogs gotta eat?
Big dogs gotta eat. Shunka Tonka Yatinkte Hecha.
Big dogs gotta eat. What is it like being a principal in 2024?
What?
It is challenging.
Yeah.
Students are coming, especially after COVID, with a lot of diverse needs. And not just students, teachers too. I feel like I'm helping support teachers learn how to teach again in person, to be engaging with students, giving students hands-on experiences, you know, because when they were learning at home,
Everything was through a screen.
Everything was through a screen.
It's hard to learn through a screen.
Yeah.
Is dropout something that you have to contend with?
Yes, we do have a high dropout rate. I just looked at some of our data with our 9th graders. They are the largest population of dropouts. And so I just sat in a meeting yesterday with some of our district leaders and some of the state consultants to try to figure out how we can wrap around services and prevent some of the dropouts that happen.
What do you do if a kid decides not to come to school?
So it's phone calls home to parents. It's meeting with those students and parents trying to figure out what the obstacles are and why they're not coming. We do report truancy, but the courts are so backlogged and they don't have the infrastructure to like have follow through with that.
I noticed, because I do a lot of stuff across America, there's a lot of young kids that are really getting into rap culture, and what they're kind of idolizing doesn't usually lead to success. It usually leads to prison or death or shootouts. How do you contend with that?
That boy Dirt.
Like me,
Stupid ass.
This is my 6th year teaching.
Who y'all favorite rapper?
That hated education. You know, it's just like the product of their environment is a lot tougher, so it's just hard to compete with that. You can give them all the motivational words and everything in the world, but you know, it's them doing their part too, the family doing their part too.
You know, we talked to one of the advocates for prison reform and incarceration, and he said that 7 out of 10 men are frequently in jail, in and out of jail. And that means there's a lot of men not in the household. Do you think that's part of the recipe? If there was more responsible men in the household, that things would be a lot different?
Yeah, a lot more structure. Our parents are both in the Wounded Knee occupation of 73, and so their minds were, you know, tough love type thing. I just celebrated 35 years of sobriety last March.
You 35 years?
Yeah, I just turned 35. So I've never like done drugs.
That's amazing.
It was tough at first, the peer pressure. Drink, smoke. But I promised my grandma before she died that I would never do that.
You talked earlier about, you know, our dropout rates and stuff. One of the things that I try to tell my students is that no matter what you go down, you can always stop and make a different choice.
Yeah.
I was a high school dropout.
Yeah. What a great story for the principal.
Right.
Yeah.
I got my GED at 16. I got a job. You know, I was still able to go to college, got my 4-year degree, became a teacher, taught, still able to go get my master's, and now I'm the principal of a high school. So it's never too late to do something else different. And we all have a reason why our road goes this way, that way, or the other. But it takes having people. I'm here because I had people that believed in me, saw something in me that I didn't see in myself at the time.
Yeah.
We left Lakota Tech High School and drove up to see the Wounded Knee Memorial. This site is hugely significant in Native American history, and I wanted to
Type shit. What the hell?
To 10 years for that?
For alcohol.
Does that seem like too many years?
Anywhere from $10 to about $200 a day.
And all that at the risk of 5 to 10 years of prison.
So we found a a bamboozled pipe.
Oh, like messed with? Yeah.
It is just a half full of water and a little bit of alcohol, and then like a little bit of it will be vodka.
Does that still get somebody drunk?
This is a bamboozle. You can tell it's fake. It's not gonna hit like that as well as on go up like that.
So do people get mad when they get fake stuff?
Sometimes you don't even know.
One time, I don't know what it was, but we bought a pint like that, and we only drank one, and it got us like drunk or whatever. But then our insides start shaking because it was mixed with something.
What do you think it was mixed with?
I don't know, probably hand sanitizer or something.
That can fuck somebody up.
Yeah, you could literally feel your liver shaking. Like
What's a hangover like on one of these pints?
Like a real bad headache and probably your insides like shaking.
They got that big ass knife. Cut, you not stabbing
I
them.
spoke with 2 alcohol bootleggers to learn more about the business, why they do it, the impact on the community, and what they thought about it. Here's what they said. So fellas, we're talking about the business of bootlegging. How common is it on the res? Like, if I wanted to find alcohol, if I wanted to go to a bootlegger, like how many people do I have to choose from, you think?
Depends on the housing, whatever housing you go to, each district. There's some people you can go to, if it's in water bottle, you don't know what they might put in there or whatever, so it's best if you buy it store-bought, so.
Do a lot of people cut it with shit?
They usually put Lysol or whatever in there, then they
Wow. What happens when you drink Lysol?
Honestly, Lysol is gonna make you feel ugly, feel stomach sick. That's the point where you have to call an ambulance, then they take you in.
Is that where they pump your stomach?
Yeah.
What attracts people to the liquor when it makes them feel so bad?
Whenever they're usually hanging over, sick, or something like that, then they go back to it, so that way they can cure it instead of going to the hospital.
So that's why it's such a vicious cycle, because the only way to cure the hangover is to drink more. Let's learn about the lingo. So what's bamboozle mean?
Just laced or like either that, like mixed with Lysol, either hand sanitizer or something like that.
What percentage of bottles you buy, pints you buy, they're also called skips, right?
Yeah. What percentage of skips
out there are late?
It's kind of between 50-50 sometimes too, you know. It depends on who you buy it from.
So, like, this res is very spread out. You can go some miles without seeing anything, and then you see, like, little pockets of housing. Does that mean there's a lot of people drunk driving to go back and forth when they get their liquor?
Most likely, yeah.
How common is it for someone to have a DUI around here?
It's probably about, like, 40.
That shit look like one of them little Netflix shows towns.
Yeah, the third one is automatic, yeah.
So we got a bottle of vodka here, Kharkov. How much can you buy this for?
$12.
And once you flip it, what can you make up?
You can make about like $35.
What was the most you guys have ever made in a night selling this stuff?
If you buy a box of that, that'll cost $75, and you can flip it for about almost $200.
Okay, and is that a big night?
Yeah.
Are there undercovers?
Yeah, there's undercovers on it. Yeah.
How serious? Like this much alcohol, what's the punishment for getting caught with this?
Usually
As you can tell by how quick we were to turn the lights off, I know there's some punishment that's with this, but what if we get caught with this? How bad is it?
That'll be like 3 days, at least.
3 days in jail?
Yeah.
Can people go to prison for this stuff?
It ain't that hard. If you're selling the meth or whatever around here, then you can go to prison. But
is it fair to say, because I've heard unemployment rates can be up to 85 to 90% around here. Is that what you guys have heard?
Yeah.
Does that sound like a crazy number to you guys? That's huge. This is a common way that a family they're just trying to eat, pay the electric bill. This is what they do.
Yeah, that's what they sell. That's what bootlegging causes, because they're short on money and stuff like that. They choose to sell that.
So do you think alcohol should be legal on the res?
I mean, honestly, it's hard to say, because like there's too many people dying from cirrhosis.
That's the liver failure, the kidney.
Yeah.
Obviously, making it illegal doesn't work. People still are getting it, and it's almost worse because instead of drinking maybe a light beer where you can have a few.
That shit crazy, bro. I'm speechless.
Like, it doesn't get them drunk, so they turn to this hard liquor.
That shit's sad.
They want that hard kick right away, so they choose.
And like I said, it's pathetic.
So if you could snap your fingers and you could just be sober without the pain of getting sober, if I could say, hey, you're sober 1 year and you feel like it, what would you do with that opportunity?
I don't really do it. Sober myself up, get a job, get my GED.
What job would you think you want to do?
I really want to like be like a yard worker. Just go from yard to yard, help people out.
Hell yeah. Any idea on your end?
Try to get all my priorities back there. Like save up, high school, college or something.
Because there's free college, right? But tell me about the process of flipping this into pints. How does that work?
So basically,
I ain't gonna lie, I don't give a fuck about that neither, cuz. But shit, if y'all do, y'all can go check out the full video, watch this 45-minute long video. I'm not gonna sit in this chair for 45 minutes and watch this whole video. That's not what I'm gonna do today. But if y'all like fashion related content, y'all can check out I got this other channel right here, as y'all can see on the screen right now. And then if y'all like the reaction videos and things of that nature, this channel right here that y'all watching this video on right now. And shit, I appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on both of my channels, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video.